Really, really good dude. Really, really talented dude. That vibe was a little bit different. That, yes, I would take every snap if I could, compared to if the team that takes me doesn't let me play both ways full time, I will retire. So which is it? I
Yeah.
would love to, or I will retire.
And look, he is just clearly putting his thumb on the scale. He has a real desire to be not a gadget player on one side of the ball, right? Like we've seen that a few times where a guy's dominant on one side of the ball, and then maybe you get involved in a few sub packages. No, he wants to be a full-time starter on both sides of the field. He wants to do something that someone in the NFL has never done before and play every single snap in an NFL game on offense and defense. And it has sparked a ton of debate as to, is that smart? Is it possible? And you got a lot of people weighing in.
Both great
RG3's
questions, by the way. Both great
Yes.
questions. Is it smart? And is it possible? And I think they're both fair questions. And I don't really think it's either. I don't think it's smart, and I don't think it's possible, but that's just me. John Harbaugh, though, quote, it's going to be interesting to see how they do it wherever he goes. But to say that you're going to be completely immersed in everything that there is to know on offense and everything there is to know on defense, I don't know if there's enough hours in the day for a player to be able to do that and have every detail locked down. All right, so, I mean, T-Bob, he said, Travis said, there are 16 hours in the day, 8 hours to sleep. It's possible. However, doing it at Colorado in what they ran there is very different than doing it in the NFL and having to know every single play in the playbook on both sides. I don't see it. Do you?
Well, it's funny because Dion at Pro Day actually had the rather warm take that doing it in the NFL is physically easier because of the tempo of the game, saying that the NFL is a slower game than college and that Travis is going to be chilling in between plays. I look,
Stop.
A lot of people shake their head
Come
completely
on
at
with
that.
that.
I don't disagree just from a pure physical perspective. Now, the NFL is not slower and the physicality is higher and the talent is going to be way higher. So even if it is slower tempo, the plays are still harder. But physically, okay, so what were the original two questions? Is it smart? Is it possible? Possible, I tie into the physical aspect of it. And I believe Travis Hunter can physically do this. I do think he's capable.
Every snap.
We just saw him.
Every snap.
We just saw him do it in college where we have never seen anyone else do it. And he did it at a very high level. Now, and this is what you always have to remember. And this is what I keep going back to. In the scale of humanity, right? We just talked about scales, Greer, all that. There has to be someone at the end of the scale. There has to be a man on the top of the ladder. Like there has to be the singular outlier at the end of the day. And in college, Travis Hunter was that. So I don't know that I feel very comfortable putting limitations on him on what he can do when he's already done what we thought he couldn't.
Okay, well, for instance, to that point, though, to that argument, the greatest miler in the world and the person at the very end of that scale is still not going to run a 2-minute mile. So, yes.
True.
I mean, where?
So you're saying you think it's impossible then, like the 2-minute mile?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know that I agree.
Okay.
I don't know that I agree. Again, I don't know that it's smart. Now that's to me, that's the bigger hang up. Or
yeah, okay, are you maximizing your asset? Is it smart?
Well, yes, right. Like if you're gonna pick somebody in the top 3, you want them to be an elite player. And what has more value? A top 5 corner in the league, a top 5 wide receiver in the league, or one guy who is top 15 in both. And obviously even being top 15 in both would be a very high bar for Travis Hunter and be incredible if he could accomplish it. But for a coach at the end of the day, what's better? Like, is the roster spot that he frees up worth maybe not maximizing one side of the ball? And so again, that's way more money to me. And I don't think I feel as strongly. But in terms of, I want to see him go for it. I want to be allowed to see him go for it, and I want to see if he can do it. And for me personally, I'm not imposing any limitations on him because he is obsessed with football.